Alright, hello. Welcome to this online tournament series number 11. This tournament is set out in an NPC format. So how many of these matches I broadcast depends on how well I do. I am currently the 1 seed, playing against Andy Wexstten Kimura, the 16th seed. I selected to go first as Dark, and as the higher seed, that's my prerogative. I'm playing Imperial Entanglements, the standard build. He's playing Old Allies with 12-card hand start, which I suspect is also the standard build of the deck. Alright, let's let's check. I haven't streamed to this in a while, just making sure that everything's set up properly. Says it should be. How do I? Wait, did I just? I don't know how to see YouTube on the phone from the comments. Whatever. I'll just. Here. Okay. So. Okay, it should be working. All right. Let's get into the game. All right. So let's see. Opening hand here. 2 commands. Ozzel. Okay. 2 sites. This is kind of a weird hand. Alright, so I want to command for abuse here, because I can burn it. And then take... Who do I leave? I can take 2 admirals. Is it ever correct to take Thrawn here? I kind of want Thrawn. Or the Mahdi. Let's see. What about a first turn flip? Is that even possible? Not likely, not really feasible. I could force push for one. What am I pitching in the force push? The docking bay? Well, I don't have a second. Alright, let's. We need to decide all these things before activating force, because which admiral we pull is significant here. First turn flip is definitely very attractive against old allies, but I have nothing to go with it. What if I take battle deployment instead of? I think that's gonna make things too expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could get up to 8. Okay. Confirmation of hearing. Thank you, Marines 28. Alright. Let's see. Train of thought lost. Now what if I just leave Devastator just alone? That would be the way to do it. He gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 force. Generally, home 1 is their only space. If that's wrong, that's going to be a very costly gamble. Um, let's think about this. Command. So throw in Piet. Piet pulls battle deployment? Actually, yeah, Piet pulling battle deployment is great here. That's the play. It's gotta be the play. Alright. Yeah, we're going for the first turn flip. Assuming. Alright, so. General Readers, Flagship Executor, Admiral Piet, and. Actually, throw on Armor. So I'm deploying neither of them this turn. That kind of makes me want Thrawn more. Yeah, I'm checking Thrawn. Okay. Now let's activate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's pull a site. Let's assume that we have a site to pull. Executor document Tatooine process, but good. Battle deployment, good. Alright, everything's coming together. So I have to put back. Alright, so let's see. If I force push now, what would I get? We have to figure that out. I might not need to force push here. Can I go to 4 sets? Is that even possible? Let's get 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have enough for react. We could attack Tempest Scout 3 and I done nothing, but that's totally fine. Everything else I can react. That's yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm happy with this. Alright. Do I pull tentacle here? What am I grabbing with tentacle? Do I need? Yeah, I'm gonna pull tentacle. Alright. Fanfare. So we're gonna use Piet to grab this. Or sorry, and the Imperial Restorer pulls the docking bay. That's the site that I had pulled already. Fanfare is pulling the tentacle, and Battle Deployment is pulling Tempest Scout 3. Alright, so now that's. Did I spend all the force? No, I haven't paid for Tempest Scout 3 yet. Alright, so that's that. Now Ozzel to Mos Espa. There we go. Mos Espa. Oh, damn, an occupied site. Then there. It's a type of scout, or the type of an occupation rather. Move, Piet, and flip. And then, do I draw a card here or not? Not, because I'm going to want to react and I'll want to use the grabber. So I want 2/4 saved. Okay. So this is vulnerable in a lot of ways, but it's also quite explosive. So just making him have it here. And even if he does have it, it's not that big of a deal, unless he kills Devastator here. I'm making the gamble that he doesn't have space that he can afford to play against me. And even if he does, he has to be somewhat afraid of barrier. No. And you don't fear barrier here. If you have the space, you make me have the barrier. Okay. Wow, lots of people talking about that. Yeah, I agree, Chernobyl. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Throne Room is kind of difficult matchup in the abstract, so as much as I'm not crazy about adding specific tech cards, I think according to my design is a worthwhile play in entanglements. It's just, it raises your percentage against Throne Room by so much that it's worth the percentage loss of having a dead card in other matchups. Because you get to start Emperor at a docking bay with mobilization points on the table, with the ship on table. It's incredibly powerful. I mean, the power of starting Emperor in entanglements is higher than the power of starting Emperor in any other deck. So that that raw power in that match is enough that I think it justifies the inclusion of the card in the deck. And it's without, according to my design, Throne Room is probably the most difficult matchup, which is to say it's probably maybe entanglements without, according to my design, it's probably like 45% against Throne Room. And with it, it's probably like 55. I don't think there is a matchup where entanglements is even at 50. I think it's favored against every light deck there is. So you can afford to lose those percentages in some of the other matches. And really, one dead card, what is that? That's not even, I don't even think it's a 1%. A dead card in Star Wars is so much less of a big deal than a dead card in other card games. Okay, so he's going through Theo here. That means he probably doesn't have other space. So crisis averted. Yep. Okay, never mind. He drew from reserve deck, not from. So he's still in his deploy. Of course, he's not. He's not going to end here. He's probably looking for Ray or trying to find a way to get his trickses, get his activation available to contest mine. Often, what you have to do as the OA player is to try to contest the ground here. And he has avenues to do that, but they're not great. Like, he can attack my ATSD and I have nothing. But I cover 8 here, so it's unlikely I get overflowed. And even if he does, I don't really care. The characters are stuck here unless they're in a vehicle. And then I'm still flipped, so I get to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, but more importantly, I have the momentum and I can counterattack with veers and a walker I pull with battle deployment. So that's the other reason why I said battle deployment was so good to pull. Usually you want we're in attack position now because force early is probably the most valuable commodity in the game. Like early force is probably, I'd say like 150% more valuable than, like turn 1 force is so much more valuable than turn 2 force. It's, I don't know if I'd go that far, but it's, so I could have saved, but I mean I didn't really have a hand to save force. Like if I wanted to Thrawn, I could Thrawn for 2 or Mahdi for 1 if I pulled the other Admiral's Order, but I don't have any other pilots. I don't have, I can't shake him, so the value of we're in attack position now is comparatively less than it normally is, because that was definitely a character light hand, we'll say. I mean, I had the 1 character in the command. So, and of course, General Veers is never being deployed to space, so you can discount the Admiral's Order advantage right there. So that makes battle deployment more attractive. The fact that it enables a flip and a react, another factor that makes it more attractive, and the fact that I have Veers in hand ready to get a walker from deck is just the final consideration. Anyway, meanwhile, what he's doing, he's got Chewie coming out to the Falcon, ready to her hut. Presumably, he's going to move over and fly up. I'm totally fine with this. Like a passive approach here is just to my benefit because I'm doing more than he is. So, like the thing that I at least wanted to see was him interacting with me. I was prepared for him to, but you know, if we're playing a race, I'm ahead in the race. And so now I'll have a free turn to consolidate. Worth considering is pulling firepower here. I think I do. Firepower and battle plan, and I'm all tapped out of shields, but would I want anything else? Maybe he runs on the edge, but I kind of doubt that, and I have 3 grabbers anyway. If he runs grab on the edge, I probably tentacle it. What do we got? Son, thanks for doing. No problem. More activate. Oh, Chernobyl always, to me, using or forcing the active is worth forcing the lost pile. Yeah, Imperial Supply is really good. If I could activate 3 extra force turn 1, how many cards would you be willing to do that? That's a really good question. It depends on the deck, of course, but I'd probably lose. If you could activate 3 extra force, like yeah, I mean this comes back to Imperial Supply. I mean Imperial Supply. I've often thought of playing that card. That card is really good. Alright, my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oof. That's a fascinating question. Okay, so he keeps it on the ground. Flips it to a freighter. All of them are inside. Alright. There's actually... Is attacking it ever the play? Does he draw 1 destiny or 2? Just 1, but it's +1. So a 5 kills Beers here. And I can't close call it, even if I get the close call off the objective because of Chewie. So attacking it's not very attractive. Alright, I'll think about that Force question. It's like Imperial Supply is so good. It's just the problem is Imperial Supply any turn other than turn 1 is a bad card. And like the thing is, you need it turn 1. Oh wow, it is unusual. Income Engineer. Okay. The first two were pretty standard, right? Don't tread on me and combine fleet. Oh, geez, I forgot to pull firepower while I was talking to you guys. All right, well, maybe we won't want to pull it after all. And I'll. All right. But yeah, Imperial Supply is only good turn 1. So that there's like it has two opposing results of that fact. The one is that any Imperial Supply you have after turn 1 is a dead card. And the second is that in order to get it turn 1, you have to run a lot of it in order to get it reliably turn 1. So in order to have that advantage, you need to run a lot of cards which are dead after turn 1. I mean, it's pretty fascinating. Like, there are times that you can have that and it'd be worth it. Reed Smith played a deck kind of like that at Worlds, and he was runner-up at Worlds this past year, playing How Did We Get Into This Mess and Spaceport Speeders to have huge momentary advantages at the expense of totally dead cards later. Alright, so he lost 3. Now let's do the four streams. But how much force if it was just a thing like on a starting effect, like not let's discount having to use cards for it. How many force would I be willing to lose in order to just activate 3 first turn? I'd probably lose 5 force to do it. I don't think I'd lose 6. That's a tough question. That's really hard to figure out in the abstract. That's a fascinating. I wonder if my answer is high or low, like what other people would think. All right, so we're now looking for. We don't suppress. We do shuffle afterwards. All right. I think Barrack is the pull here. And then do I force push this turn? So Thrawn. Do I ever take Justice here? Justice is really good. It means I don't need the command necessarily. Although he's not going to cancel the command. Moments is lost, but he could potentially play it with solo. And I'd have no answer for moments if he goes home 1. Did he lose Akbar too? I think I just did see him lose Akbar. So that makes Justice less of a consideration. Yeah, let's take Barrack. And I think just play Barrack, pay full cost for Thrawn, draw cards. Do I not use? I could battle deployment for Blizzard 4. Get something. Get a Biker Scout probably. Or I could just get Tempest. Yeah, get a Biker. Get a Biker Scout, move the Biker Scout over to join rather than Barrack and have Barrack still in hand. Or that would let me take the Justice. So let's see, that would be 5, 9, 10, 11, 13. I'd be able to draw 4 cards. As opposed to this play where I can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So it's worth 5 cards to do that. Do I have Justice in hand? No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Okay, so that's not the point. So you take Barrack. Yeah, okay. Oh, but you get, I mean, no. You also get, you also develop, yeah, the development was worth it. So I think I still do it. Yeah, because the development, yeah, that's the more significant fact. So I just have Barrack in hand, which is fine. Having Barrack in hand is pretty good anyway. I'm not even sure that in the abstract having Barrack in hand is worse than having Justice in hand. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pull Blizzard 4 here. Or presumably Blizzard 4. I can't, well, I mean, let's, perhaps other reserve considerations. Well, no, we have Trillison. There's no Tempest Scout 1 anyway. Okay, so Tempest 1 is active, Blizzard 2 is reserve. So I could pull Darth Vader alternatively. What if I pulled Darth Vader instead? That actually might make more sense. So I pull Darth Vader, I shuttle him up, and I deploy Barrack to the Tempest Scout 1. I think that's a better plan. So that's, yeah, that gives me more force active. It has similar development. Vader, no, but Vader can't command. Let's see, is one force active? How much force does he get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's 15. So that's enough for home 1 and something, not really that many things. He did lose Akbar, right? All right, let's pull a Blizzard 4 for sure. Just double checking this lost pile, which is, well, no, this is a tournament game. So in another context, if it was just like a casual online PT, I would have no qualms just looking at his lost pile, but I'm not supposed to look through his lost pile. And I mean, I did so right away, but that's just to see the cards that they lose. And that's, I mean, in any kind of tournament play in Worlds, if you lose a bunch of cards and your opponent says, can I see them? You have to let them. So that's a different thing from a few minutes later just trying to remind yourself of what they lost. I'm almost positive he lost Akbar though. Alright, so using Blizzard 4 to get Vader. Does it ever make sense to play Thrawn as well? Barrack here, so I shuttle up. He's immune less than, so 5, I subtract 2, so 7. See, if I shuttle up, I'll have 9 left, and that's I can draw 6. If I play Thrawn, I can only draw 2. I don't play Thrawn. Shuttle Vader up and draw cards. Is Gruntash first thinking? Probably were. So I'd probably stop at 12. And you'd need 11 in order to actually get through Vader's forfeit. So Thrawn should never be a consideration. Yeah, I'll stop at 12 here. I think it is good enough. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's pull the battle order. Actually, do I pull that? Yeah, I'm not worried about shields here. So I'm fine pulling battle order. Okay, after this, let's. Marines 28 is definitely the opposite. He says only 1 force losing. Yeah, no, it's true. Hyperdrive. I feel like I've played that match, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I imagine you just kind of steamroll it, right? You just go wide, and they can't compete with that. And then the general veer should give them problems as well. Yeah, goldenrod might have been like a consideration for him. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Chernobyl. He probably doesn't have Grimtash, but that one card, it's just the risk reward isn't there to draw it. And also this, I mean, I'm not activating my entire deck. This force, so like my active force, it remains a resource. So it's not in my hand, but it's, like saving force, I think, is an undervalued thing to do in this game, because I mean this card could still be a hand card later, or a force I use on something, or just, I mean, it's just a resource of a different type of a hand card, and it's not like I'm digging for anything in particular right now. So, alright, so let's see. Okay, I don't see any ships. I do see the launching the assault, so I assume that he's just playing the home one. Let's see. In terms of vehicles, he's got Dash and Rogue 10, Rogue 1, and Rogue 3 all in reserve. He didn't fly up, which makes me think he doesn't have combined fleet action in this hand, because I think he would want it to fly up if he did. So no real space. Poe. I don't see Hera. What other threatening characters do I not see? No Wedge. Okay. He's got, and also worth noting, is Free Ride and End or Celebration. I don't see an escape pod combo. Don't see it could be worse. I mean, the other thing is, going up to 12 just now, I might want to go to 13 after I use my objective search. So you might even have said I should stay at 11 in order to play around Grimtash, and actually, you'd be absolutely correct if you said that. But maybe I would just force push here. I think force push is probably never going to get better than it will next turn. So, yeah, so it's just worth bringing the force push just so that I don't go one card down and just get a little bit of card selection. Yeah, I don't think force push is worth it at -1 cards in this current game situation, but at 0 cards, it's definitely worth it. Force loss is just not relevant in this part of the early game, so I'm not even, that's not even a consideration. It's like if force push for tunnel vision, I'd absolutely 100% play it next turn. It kind of is tunnel vision. I mean, that's also not -1 because it adds the force. Maybe I would have force pushed even if I had a lot. Yeah, I think I would. Am I ever getting Harksef beat down here with like Brendrama? I don't think so. And his deck didn't support that on the basis of the first look through it. There's the wedge. Oh, yeah, he's waiting for me to say whether or not I'm burying. I'm not burying. I don't have barrier. There's the red squadron pilot. What do we have here? Yeah, mostly the Sunstone combo, but it also cancels a bunch of other things. It's actually a really good card. I mean, even before I knew about it canceling the Sunstone combo, I considered it like fringe playable. But in addition to doing that, it's auto included in OA in my opinion. Yeah, Chernobyl, that's right. It could be worse is usually the card to grab with it. Yeah, I run 3 grabbers. IE versus RST that quick flips. I mean, I've played that before. I've won it. I think it's usually a fine match for you. Their guys don't really. They don't have any of the deployment bonuses on Tatooine, and you just basically stay on Tatooine. One thing I've seen is like an RST that runs like 6 Hark Sefs in order to get a bunch of leader beatdowns, and I played that and I beat it, but there were actually times where I could have lost had he gone for a Brenderlin backed leader beatdown, but that just didn't materialize. So it's not. I mean, it's definitely possible to lose, and I could have lost, but I didn't in the time that I played it. But yes, trample. Yeah, I kind of was bluffing trample that game, and I put myself in a position to draw into trample, but I didn't. And here I would have liked trample as well, also. Trample would 100% have been the take if that had been one of the available cards. Wait, he doesn't battle? Why does he not battle? Alright, now I'm playing Firepower. Whoops. I'm sorry, I hope that doesn't make a big crash. I don't think it should. My microphone should be not next to that. Okay, yeah, so he pulls aim higher. That's fine. Alright, let's activate 1, 2. Oh, he couldn't attack Blizzard 4. Is Leia. Leia blanks Blizzard 4. So that's like, why did he play? Why not? I don't think he wins by not attacking here. Alright, well, anyway, let's start doing. So the question is, do I drain first? Do I want him? Yeah. Well, he already 3PO'd, so that it's no longer. If he hadn't 3PO'd yet, I don't think I would have drained first, so that he couldn't 3PO immediately after the drain to get the control tunnel vision back. But let's make him have that control tunnel vision on top if he wants to. And yes, it's always correct here to force it. It's never, you never are trying to wait to kill Leia in order to force drain. Let's do it again. Yep, Leia twice. Alright, and then just drain again. So Leia's used up. On this toolkit goes. So the occupation is only going to be for 3 because Leia gives me ability 0. I don't have a non-alien character here. I don't have a character at all. It's Antilles, Solo, and the control tunnel vision. Okay. What did he lose? What did he lose to the Tatooine drain then? Oh, Hans, wait. Did he lose enough force? So first force drain. Wait. 1, 2. Yeah, okay, that's enough, yeah. Okay. I thought that we should step away. Alright, so let's force push now. What am I putting back with the force push? 1 occupation. Yeah, do I put back value? Yeah. Emperor definitely in the occupation. Freeride was in the deck, so he could. Yeah, of course. Or maybe Admiral's Order. Yeah, the Admiral's Order is the card to take back. Well, I mean, I can search my force before I decide anyway. So that's what we'll do. Alright. Now. Two tramples active. Imperial Justice might be the take. Yeah, what if I Imperial Justice and then attack Mos Eisley with Veers? If he gets a 6, so attack with Veers and yes, so 6, so I'll have 18. 6, 9, 11, 12, forfeit 13. Not even. How much do I care about those guys being here? Don't really. How about I just trample here? Trample might be better than Justice. I just trample Harksef, and then which doesn't do no, but Justice has longer term implications. It's gotta be Justice is just too good. Okay, so let's put back 2 6s. Why am I at 10 cards in hand instead of? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course. I peek at the top 4 again. Okay. Second grabber is good, but I already have 2 grabbers. I think Mati is the take. Yeah. So let's battle deployment before justicing, of course, so that I don't stack Tempest 1. Destiny's pretty good. 2 lows. 3 lows, I guess. 5 highs. Or 4 highs. 3 lows, 1 mid, 3 highs. So, but nothing truly atrocious. Alright, now we resolve Justice. Maybe it would have made more sense to play Veers before. I mean, this is just so edged. It's not even. And the reason I'm talking about this is just because I'm streaming. But it might have made more sense to play, because we're always playing Veers no matter what the resolution of Justice is, so just deny him information. But I mean, I can't imagine there's any value there in him. But yeah, it was just strictly better to have played Veers first. It's just, yeah, it's very inconsequential, I think. Alright, so now that I have that, do I even, DS615 here. Do I also play Dasan? What's this power actually? 2 is this 2, 5, 7, 10 to my 9, 17, 19, 20. So yeah, in addition to that attrition, okay, so let's pile on the power. By that I mean add one more power. But it's a free shell up if Dasan, I mean, yeah, if I have to forfeit Dasan, he can shell up free, so it's like it's discounted by 1, the deploy. I want to shell someone up. Or I could play Madi, he's 2 more power. He adds 2 to the power here, adds 1 to the, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves me with 3, I upkeep, I leave 2. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So now that kind of makes shuttling less important. And now let's battle here. And justice for Iroh. And the stacks were, I mean, last night my best destiny, decent destiny, bad destiny, so like slightly below expectation, but not really. So these destinies are probably like, I'd say an average of 7 here. For sometimes you just hit the mean. Okay, choose 2. My power is 1, 4, 6, 14, 20, 23, 31. So I need to O2. Blizzard 4 is so much power. Does it make sense to lose? No, I can't lose Blizzard 4. That would just be madness. Even though he's 7 forfeit, I hate losing him, but I mean, yeah, I don't think he's rebattling me there. So I'm losing him isn't bad. So he gives me 19. Yeah, yeah, I've had occupation celebration games, dream cards. That is true, but you can trample them. But yeah, also, I mean, even with undercover spies, you get 19, 23, 29, them and 2, it would be. But you still get occupation and Admiral's Orders pings going. So I'm not. Undercover spies, I've never really lost a game to undercover spies, I don't think, not with entanglements. Yep, so he's losing to, so he's keeping Harksef. Okay, I'll let you do that. You didn't have a huge lead beat last turn. I don't think he's going to be able to do it this turn. Well, on Veers, Blizzard 4, and Madi. Is there any consideration to put Madi inside Blizzard 4? Protects his forfeit from an EPP if he does battle. Is the power ever going to be relevant here if he does battle? I don't think it could be. Well, 19, 17, 21. If he's battling, it's because he deploys a bunch of stuff. I guess there's no reason not to put him inside. We'll put him inside here. Alright, hello, I'm back. Alright, yeah, opponent's turn. Let's see. Yeah, Tarnmeissen is a really big threat. Tarnmeissen is one of the scariest cards for entanglements. Okay, he projections here, so that means he's not running Hark away. So Hark, unless it maybe he's shuttling up Hark? So he plays home one, someone bells, shuttles Hark up, I guess. Yeah, okay. Let's fix that. Okay. He does have on the edge, and we're doomed. Alright, so I'll want the 3 grabbers. If he has a could be worse too, that could be problematic. That's possibly something that would have militated against playing one of these shields. I guess Battle Order would have. I'm not sure. No, you can't not have Battle Order because then you just don't have to respect it. But I mean, is he winning if he doesn't respect? If he doesn't go space ever? I don't think so. Did he just play the second side this turn? I feel like he did. Is he going there? Wait, when did he play? Did he have that out last turn? Did I not activate for it? No, it must have been this turn. Alright, so he flips by using 1 to move and then 1 to move again. So that does let him reduce the occupation damage to 1, because he'll have the 2. Do I contest? I think I can test that. Yeah, I can test that. Let's see. How much back to it? 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? Up to 19. Might be time to switch Admiral's orders. If I switch Admiral's orders, it's much more feasible for me to contest. And I can get drawing going. Yep, so there's a flip. You won't have an episode 7 character unless. Yeah, he can't fly out. Well, maybe he does fly out the Falcon. That would be. I mean, if he flies out the Falcon, I just tech ray. That would be just insane. So even pulling Thrawn, I deployed Monty first this game. That just might suggest that Thrawn. In Thrawn, there were games where Thrawn would have been the better pull, and I was hedging against those games. He does fly up the Falcon. Okay, well that makes attacking Jakku less desirable, and attacking Ray makes a lot more sense in this case. Alright, so let's retrieve with firepower here. It's worth the 1 force. I think if I was attacking as Executor this turn, I would not have retrieved firepower. But here, force is less premium. So this probably means I'm not deploying Executor this game, maybe? I'm not sure. Alright, let's start with loss of 4, which he reduces to 1. And then 1, 2. Why does he play free ride in this deck, actually? If he's flipping. I guess maybe because, what does this card do? What does this card do? Oh, it gets Han's Toolkit. Okay. Yeah, really, that's it, because it doesn't, you can't play Jedi. Does he have another device? Why not just play a second Han's Toolkit? I guess you could play this with Lost Pile, or from Lost Pile with Solo? What if you just lose the first Han's Toolkit? Huh. Maybe he has another device in his deck. And it's also like a recyclable form, which Han's Toolkit never would be if you already have one Han's Toolkit out. What other devices could you play? I'm not sure. Alright, well that goes on the edge, so third grabber now less significant. I take Stormtrooper Garrison here. Yes. The Destinies are really bad. Five, 1, 13, 14. Yeah, I just, yeah. So it's 8, 9, 12, 14, and 2 Destiny. Let's say Destiny, like, let's say it's the 2-2. So what did I say? 14, so that's 18 to his 4. Yeah, he needs to draw a 6 to not get overflowed in the worst case scenario for me. Yeah, okay, let's just do this. So I deploy +1 for my first one here, right? Alright, so let's start with, and let's see if I get perimeter scanned. So we'll start here. No sense hiding the big guns. That's what we've got. Your perimeter scan? I mean, this deck shouldn't play perimeter scan. Wait, should I? Maybe? I can't remember if I play perimeter scan in my OA or not. Wait. Is he gonna perimeter scan me? Yep. Okay, so. Alright, well, I still deploy the rest of them in battle. Wait, do I? She's immune less than 6, and I will have 3, 6 power, yeah, and he'll subtract. So I actually can't kill her now. Well, I still deploy these things and then don't battle. Do I deploy all the things? Yeah. Wait, do I? Do I deploy Iroh and not Dasan? Maybe I don't deploy Dasan. Maybe I don't have to play Iroh. Makes more sense. Yeah, so I'll deploy Iroh. And I'll save 2. Upkeep, so I draw 3. Yeah, I draw 3. Now I save 3. Did I save 3? Oh, upkeep 2. So I save 2. Alright. EBO versus IE. I've heard people say that EBO. It depends. Now EBO, it can kind of compete with IE. I mean, I'd rather be IE, but I'd say that about every light side deck. EBO is probably, it's not bad against IE. It depends on the version. Emil says his version is pretty good against IE. I haven't tested that myself, but of course I believe him. Although Emil consistently underrates IE, in my opinion. And I'm not sure. Okay, so we've seen, alright, he activates everything, save nothing in reserve. He drains 2 here, I'll just lose those. Oops, reserve card. The only thing that I don't really want to lose the 3rd grabber from reserve, but it's not that big of a deal. He has, yeah. Lose the 3rd grabber here. If I lose anything from, I mean, it's only, what is it that I lose the 3rd grabber? It's only 40, yeah, it's 40% to lose the 3rd grabber if I lose 2 from the top reserve, so it's not even probable. But that's fine with me. I haven't even used 1 grabber yet. Oops. Wait, 3rd grabber wasn't even in there, was it? The 5 was I can't shake it. Okay. Marty could have perhaps come out this turn. Yes, he does do underground spies. I really don't care about that at all. I mean, I'm still doing more damage than he is. And yeah, even if I didn't force drain at all on the ground, I'd still be doing more damage than he does. I was like, well, no, it is true. Or it will be true. Yeah, no, it is actually true. Well, not with the flip. I'd technically be doing 2 if it was just. I mean, if you have to undercover spy here as well. So if he undercover spy, undercover spy, undercover spy, projection, projection, I'm doing 2 damage with this flip. But his flip is hard for him to sustain. 2 is 2 damage, but that's also hard for him to sustain. So, yeah. And I have trample and all that stuff, so I'm not worried whatsoever about undercover spies. Nor budget eye levitation here. Who's getting back? Solo? Probably solo. So on the edge is going to be another, it's like consideration again. Although he doesn't right now have anyone that he can play on the edge targeting. And we go out of play anyway, so I don't really care. It's not like I have to grab it. I mean, like, I don't even think on the edge is a good card. I don't think force loss and force retrieval, like in one-off forms, I just don't rate that very highly as a concept. I think consistent board control damage is the way to win Star Wars games. I mean, there's like, if there was a card that if there's an interrupt that's like lose 4 force or something, like a limited resources that didn't require them, that wasn't situational, of course you would play it. So like there's a line, but maybe it's just that on the edge. Yeah, if on the edge was just place 6 cards from your lost pile in your reserve, it's just spending 7 force to retrieve 6 cards that I object to. Like taking a turn to delay. It's like time walking yourself, basically. That's kind of my analysis of the card. Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. Chernobyl, I agree completely. Is that solo? Yeah, so you add solo to Rogue One here. So he'll be getting 2 Destiny in my 2 Destiny, or I could Justice. With my Destiny being so bad, let's see, I lost 2/2/5 over the other ones. It's like a 2 and a 3, right? So I probably Justice. Yeah, and that lets me take the AO. Because right now, battle deployment has served its uses. And I would have liked to have replaced it. Although, I mean, it's still not super attractive to me to attack these 2 ships. Although it's not terrible. Where's 3 bills on the Falcon? I mean, no, that makes much of a difference. So he's gonna battle here? He probably does. He probably has to battle. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't acknowledge him. I should have acknowledged the solo deploy. He was probably waiting for that. Just kind of caught up in commentary here. Alright, so solo gets. Alright, so that means. Okay. Oh, they're flying back down. So Hera's up there. Does Hera add with an Imperial? So is she withdrawn? Yeah, she's not present withdrawn, but yeah. She'll add against an Imperial in space. Even a veteran player of 20 years now, present with, and I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of the rules, but sometimes that still trips me up. All right, so let's go ahead and retrieve the firepower here. All right, let's now activate force. How much force am I going to save in my deck? I save 5. Is that no? Now I'm at the kind of the. Let's see. So 14, 17, 18, 7. Question is it even worth it to attack the space if I can also attack the ground? But attacking the ground is no longer as good as it once was. Attacking the space is better than it once was. So maybe I just hold on the ground. Although if I get to space, attacking the ground is better because battle deployment. But I can't get. If I don't have the Admiral's Order, I can't feasibly attack the space. So I think I save 3 and activate 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I can conceivably activate 17. It doesn't make sense to me to do activate 15 here. That's pretty good. What if I activate? I could Imperial Command to add. That's pretty good. But no, he draws 2. I can't. I have to Imperial Command to limit. So if I activate 15 here, then 12, 14, 15. I don't have enough to pay the maintenance and deploy Executor. Attacking home one just might not even be in the cards for me right here. So given that, do I want to try to attack his ground? But attacking the ground is no longer that good. Is it worth commanding last turn just to get another life force? I think I should have done that. Maybe it was worth not firepowering too. Yeah, let's. I'm just backing up one action here. Instead of firepowering, so I Imperial Command. Well, let's think about it. So that would put me at 19. So if I activate, then 16. The thing is that then one of the bottom 2 cards would have to be the Admiral's Order in order to enable this play. I guess I could narrow that down by playing the command, so there's no reason not to play the command. And then if the Admiral's Order is in reserve, then I just don't do that and I do something else. I want the life force anyway, no matter what. So okay, yeah, let's go ahead and Imperial Command and draw and search the reserve here. No, it's also just like 50% that it's in the force as opposed to it's in reserve. So attacking space is just out. Okay. So I do firepower then. Okay. And I attack this site. Do I attack both sides? He does get a destiny because he's on the Falcon. Is he immune to anything? No. Well, he could react. He can't react with Finn. Not for free. He could react here with Finn for free. Alright, let's activate this. No. Let's still firepower. Does it ever make sense to save more than 3? It kind of does. Yeah, there's no way I'm using all of this force right now. And no way I want to draw it all. So yeah, let's improve the card selection by 2. And alright, Rebel Leadership. Do I grab Rebel Leadership in this situation? No, because I'm still I still have 2 grabbers and still have 2 cards I want to grab. Probably playing General Karasin here, if anyone. General Karasin, indeed. Alright, so now let's just cause the force loss. It reduces to 1. And I have drains of 1/1/1. Oh, Rebel Flight 2, of course, that's another. Okay, so there's 2 devices. That makes sense. That makes sense then. I forgot about Rebel Flight 2. I play that, yeah. I play that in my world. Oh, Force Levitation, that's. Seems like a pretty valid consideration. So, alright, now let's go ahead and. I can just pull Blizzard 2. I don't yet have the other Animal's Order. And just. What if I just add a bunch of power here? What if I pull Blizzard 2, battle here, battle here? There's only one. There's 2 Destiny that miss killing more than 3 kill. You can't subtract 2 at that site. Do I need more? Not really. So 6. So he draws us. So I could 6, 10, 11, 12. 6, 10. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So just, and I don't, yeah. Okay. Wait, so I don't pull Blizzard 2, obviously, because I can pull that with the. Alright, so yeah, I'm stupid. So I pulled DS61 2. So I play Blizzard 2, DS. Yeah, okay, yeah. Jeez. Okay, yeah. And then there's 3 Destiny. And I draw all 3 of them in the battles. So I can battle here first, and then I'll know if I'm getting the 3 in the remaining one. Yeah. Okay, this is perfect. Okay. Alright, this is the way. Alright, so now I do this first. So that, and then DS615. Battle, upkeep. Yeah. Alright, so let's start battling here, and I don't justice, right? 4/3 is the only. Wait, even if 4/3, he's not immune to anything. See, even if I hit the 4/5, I'm not going to kill both. And it's he subtracts. So I do justice here. Because he can't not kill anything. Well, what's my power? 8, 11, 13. 2 is 3, 6, 9, 10, essentially. Do I add Dasan? 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1. No Dasan. Alright. Well, what if he draws a 6? I forfeit those. 1, 1. Yeah, that's fine. Is it? Maybe I don't battle. What's the profit of battling here? I kill solo, but I maybe lose 2 guys. If I do justice, you have to draw 4 less in order for me not to lose 1 guy. Or for me not to lose 2 guys. So if I 1, 2 for Dasan here. So 4, 3, 2, 0. That can't be right. That cannot be right. So just battle here and stay here. Yeah, that's the play. In that case, yeah. Alright, so we just battle here. And hope not to draw the 3. Okay, if he breaks my immunity, Iroh has to go. Oh, we drew the 3. That's unfortunate. And he draws the 4. Okay. So 3PO dies, D615 dies. That's a bad trade for me, but it wasn't. I mean, all other outcomes were more favorable. So like the probability. I mean, yeah, obviously 67% that I do kill Chewie there. Killing 3PO isn't horrible, given that he has Verdoomed. And also it wasn't guaranteed that he would draw 4 here. So on balance, that was the percentage play, but it just didn't work out. Right, so Iroh moves over. I still get 2 Destiny here. Okay, yeah, that's the other thing is I mean I have to lose Chewie because he needs to keep We're Doomed going. Okay, that's fine with me. Right, so let's still move Iroh over. So yeah, my Destiny was inconsequential at that point because yeah, no matter what, he's losing Chewie. And then upkeeps. Okay. Yeah, it could be worse is a lot better because you're using it on your opponent's turn. Because at the end of the game, using force in your opponent's turn is a million times better than using force in your own turn. Alright, so let's see. It's Executor just a pipe dream now? Yeah, let Executor go. I'm not deploying this card. If that lets some shuttle guys down, so be it. But, I mean, it's just not feasible. Like, because that's, if you use force in your opponent's turn, you were saving that force anyway. And, like, because, alright, the constraint is... Actually, in theory, does that even make sense? Maybe this is just nonsense. So using force, I feel like it is just so much. Because I mean, the thing I was thinking is like at the end of the game, you're not activating to the amount of your icons, you're activating to the amount of your life force. But I mean, that's force that you have to save anyway. You use it, then you recirculate it. But it was active force. You could have just used that on your turn. Like if it could be worse was like use 3 force the next time you lose force during your opponent's turn, you lose 3 less. Would it be a worse card? It would probably be a better card actually. Because you can control the timing of when you play it. That has to be in there. Okay, yeah, I think I might have just... So why is it could be worse so much better than that? Because it's recyclable, I guess. That's the reason. Yeah, on the edge is 1 off. It could be worse when, at the end of the game, when damage does start to matter. Like this is when damage matters. Is at the end of the game once board control is established, the consistent repetitive damage. And yeah, that's what is the difference, is the repetitiveness. And it could be worse is repetitive on like on the edge. Which is why they grab it. So it's not actually repetitive because it's always grabbed, but it requires a grab, which is great. That's hugely valuable. And if they don't grab it, and sometimes they won't because they have to grab something else, then that's amazing. So yeah, that's why it could be worse better than on the edge. You can't see the number of cards in a pile on Hollow Table. Yeah, it's right here. Maybe you can't see it on the YouTube, or maybe it's like not resolution grid, but your hand 6, fourth pile 1, reserve deck 16, use pile 3, lost pile 5, starting 20. Play 0. Bonus hand 2, force pile 11, reserve deck 0, use pile 2, lost pile 25, starting 21. Play 2. So yeah, I keep track of that constantly. Like it's kind of like a hindrance. I feel like I play much worse in live games than I do online. Like it's not even close. I play terribly in live games because I'm just used to, oh, how many forces do you have in reserve? 16? Okay, so that's, the 17th card is we're doomed or something like that. And I'll forget to do that in a live game. Like I won't consciously count and just automatically count. Or also I'll just like, oh wait, I'm gonna undo that recirculation. Oh, okay, good. I had 14 force in my reserve deck before I recirculated. Good. And whereas in live games I'll just recirculate and I'm like, wait, can't undo. Where is that interrupt? I have no idea. And then I have to like recreate what happened in that turn and how many cards from my use pile, and then I'll do it and I'll miss track and I'll be like, oh, 3PL. But yeah, in my lost pile, I have 5 cards in my lost pile now. And he has 25 in his. So yeah, I'm definitely, I'm in a great position this game. I feel like the game is unlosable from this point. Did he deploy anything? Yeah, he deployed those guys and he didn't battle. Okay. That's fine until I get the firepower retrieval again. At this point, I'm just kind of want to maximize my life force, I think. Okay. So he can't use the flip side right now. And he can, we're doomed. So it makes sense to occupy first action of the control phase. Let's see, do I ever want to battle? I feel like I don't want to battle at either of these sites. But I do kind of want to retrieve the trooper, so I want to lose the trooper. So I do want to battle here. So let's see, what he has? General Calrissian and Anakin. Yeah, that's fine. Do we even use the 7 side here? I might not even use. Is that crazy? That's kind of crazy. It's gotta be crazy. Well, maybe. Maybe it's not. Well, let's think. Yeah, well, let's activate first. Activate 2, 6, 7. Yeah, this seems good. This seems good. Alright, now let's. Oh, wait. Not gonna occupy first because he counts the occupation, of course. Alright, so that's why, yeah, okay. Alright, that's, alright, let's just start with the 4 streams, and then he were doomed, and then I tentacle. Yeah, I think I'd do 7 side here. So let's grab that. And no more 4 streams for me. So yeah, let's do a peek. Could get the 3rd grabber here. We get Colonel Wolf. occupation is never really the pick, I don't think. Yeah, no, the third grabber's gotta be the pick. Because at the very worst, although that makes my destiny terrible. I mean, my destiny isn't really improving by much if I take wolf. Destiny is still pretty bad. It's just if I draw a 2, I could have drawn a 5. Let's draw that into hand anyway. And worst case, I can retrieve a ship with it. So it's life force neutral. The other cards are not. Do I actually battle with those 2? So I can retrieve, so I can lose Iroh and then retrieve him. I think I want to do that. I can kill his guys and probably do 2/6. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, am I ever outpowering them? 3, 6, 9, 10, and Destiny 5, 6. Well, actually, he's more power in piloting. So he goes in here. We'll switch him to the pilot seat during the deploy phase, because Iroh adds nothing to the deploy. So they're immune. So the question is, does Thrawn go outside or in? He's 2 power outside. Inside he is... Yeah, the 2 power isn't ever going to matter, but maybe if he draws low, I don't have to lose anything. Oops. 2 attrition. 6, 5, 8, 2, 9, 10. So I'd have to draw 2 higher than him. So I have to draw like 11. Yeah, so I'd have to draw the 4 and he draws 1 or 2. What's just possible? Alright, yeah, and the power is never going to matter here. Let's do that. Oh, oops, no, it's free. Because of Anakin. Do I have justice for the card here? I think I do. And I want this card anyway. He's already soloed, so he can't. Moments lost. But still. Okay, I drew the 2, which would have been a 5 had I taken both, assuming like the cards replace each other. So there is that. And I drew the 4. Oh. Alright, losing Iroh. Even if I wasn't immune, actually, I'd lose Iroh. Because that was the entire point of this battle. So yes, Thrawn should have been outside. But it didn't matter. I kind of get caught up debating like the upsides of various points that just aren't actually significant, because I feel like I need to cover everything when I'm streaming. Like considerations that like I just do that immediately and not kind of like me. Wait, do I do some moves first? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, actually, let's go ahead and just play around everything because I can. Can I retrieve? Can I move Barrack to join Piet and retrieve 5, 4? Yeah, let's. That. Actually, I might have wanted to move Jin after I moved the Tempest Cat tree because of trample, but I don't have that. He hasn't done anything, so despite me not giving an opportunity, it didn't actually matter. And I'll do my 2 upkeeps. I guess I lose the animal's order here. Do I? The drain. Or do I lose the light? It's not a net positive. It actually kind of is a net because otherwise. Let's see. If he activates everything, I'll lose from hand. If he doesn't, I'll lose from reserve. Yeah, because it's the same. Because this is on table, this is in hand, I can use this, I can replace and get that into my life force. So it's a net, this could essentially function the same as a card in my life force, assuming I get another play phase, but if he activates everything, that makes it less likely I get another play phase. So yeah, in this situation, I'm losing from hand. We're in attack position now is recyclable in no circumstances. So, well, I guess barrier is not recyclable if he's drawing up also, but alright, so he saves 1. Yeah, let's just lose from reserve. Elsic, hey, we lost the trooper. Yeah, I should have also considered that. Elsic was, I was 50% to lose Elsic there, so that's a great result for me. I'm assuming home 1 is now going to Jakku. Perfectly acceptable. Being at Jakku has lost its value if he can't clear me off from both these sites. Well, he might actually be able to clear the site. I should have thought more about that. Perhaps it would have made sense to move Dasan over here. Yes, it was a misplay. I should have moved Dasan over and kept Thrawn here. That way I can't be clear from this site here. He did not avail himself of that opportunity, but that was a definite possibility. And then he could have flipped, or he still flipped, but he could have used this text for damage reduction. Right now he can't, so I'm donating 4, 5, 6, 7. Just what, so I can't firepower his own control system. Alright, let's activate damage, shuttle, retrieve. Yeah. Alright, not even, yeah. So we'll start with occupation. So this should be the second to last turn. I think. I don't see how he disrupts. I don't think I'm taking any more damage this game. Four. Yeah, okay. Oh. I completely missed. Jin being an Encore Spy is weird to me. Or Jin being with the dark side is weird to me. I guess it's standard for. Well, no, because Cuter the Black has a dark side look. I guess TK422, U3PO, and Bush all do not, though. Or they have the opposite. It's really weird having it be on a virtual card because, like, you don't. Like, when you're looking at a virtual card, you don't see the dark side card back. Really, the only thing to let you know that this is a light side card is the Baru bars down at the bottom, indicating what card it goes over. And I guess the fact that she's a rebel. But still. Alright, so let's go ahead and replace the Admiral's Order. And let's now do the shuttle. I want to keep these guys with Commander and General bonus. I'll show up Blizzard 4. I don't even know what I'm playing around at this point. With 2 cards in hand, 3 cards in life force, I feel pretty confident with that. And a barrier. Yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing. Alright, so now let's go ahead and retrieve Alsic. I should have barriered Poe. I definitely should have barriered Poe. Get the barrier back in the life force. That was a mistake. Yeah. So I could have had one more life force. Although my theory is that cards in hand should count for life force in both in timed games in Swiss and in NPC games. I mean, they're available resources. It's kind of silly that, like, the number of used interrupts you have in the end of your hand, or in your hand at the end of the game, is so impactful sometimes in timed games. Oh wait, and let's actually, do we? Oh wait, I messed up. I should have. Yeah, I just missed a. If I had moved over here, I could have lost the garrison, or put the garrison used at the cost of barrier in hand. And I would have been secure with that. That was a mistake. So, but it's too far gone to correct that. That was a move face thing. he not drawing up here? Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, I've got occupation damage is mandatory, so I can't ignore it even if I want to, and I do want to. I would love to have this game continue on like another turn or so. If I could find a way to get the bear back, yeah. Alright, so I missed 2 opportunities to have this card be converted into Life Force now. If I lose this match by 1 or tied, that, I mean, you'll know why. Battling at the shipyard. Okay. This is power. 3, 6, 9, 10, 20, 8. If he declines. Alright, so let's do the, there's no sense saving it more. Maybe he grabs here. Probably grabs. Yeah. Maybe I should have waited until he didn't have the opportunity to have a force. Did he have no force last turn? No, he still had a force. Okay. So there's no admirals or generals left in my deck, so they're moving on in reserve. Let's take the, according to my design here, maybe I can convert this into a life force somehow. I don't think I can. Maybe he declines, but no, he can't battle. So I have 11. And it's battle destiny draws a +1, right? Yeah, so justice does start that. So 3, 6, 9. So he has 11 also. I'm immune. Yeah, we both are. No, he's not immune. Alright, so he does that. It's actually switching admirals, or maybe I didn't want to keep the generals out. Now I have no opportunity to lose a trooper before he just dies. Because both of these are, I can't decline to occupy or to general commander pink. Oh, I should have used the something special. I got cut off. I definitely meant to use the something special planned prior to the battle's resolution. Alright, so I can't do anything. Alright, let's just occupy for 4. Wait, no. Let's think about this. No, it makes no sense. He just loses the first 3 cards. He loses all of them for reserve to minimize the number of cards in his last pile for the tiebreaker. This doesn't matter what order I do it. Alright, so there you go. Alright, so the final result being a win by 23 for me, 4 in my lost to 37 in his lost. So let's put that in. Why does this sometimes just stop working? I hate Windows 10. I can't. Wait, what if I. Nope, Windows 10 is worse. Alright, so 23 in reserve. 4 and 9. Right. So. Well, let's end the stream here. Okay. Well, thanks for those of you who stuck with me. I know it probably got a little bit slow at the end. The game was probably determined far in advance of when they actually ended, but that's the NPC format for you. Every life force counts, and this would be significant in the later light side game if I'm losing it, that I managed to squeeze every life force that I could out of it, or attempt to, but I could have, I'm certain that I could have had one more life force. I could have turned this into a win by 24 instead. Possibly, there are ways that I could have made it 25. I think I could have made it 25. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Anyone say? No one has said anything in a while, so I'm assuming you are also tuning out. But for those of you who are watching later, thanks for watching, and I'll stream the next game in the match and when that occurs. Bye for now.